Hi wonderful people, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about the Christian faith, health, money and lifestyle. Today I've got a story for you. So this topic is quite a serious topic, but I just wanted to share it in a practical, like a real story, to show the magnitude and the importance of it. So we're talking about soul ties. So if you don't necessarily know what a soul tie is, let's break down the word soul tie. Soul is your internal being. This is what lives forever. This is your emotions, your thoughts, and this is what, once this body is gone, that's what lives forever. And tie, obviously a tie, knotting and things like that. So a soul tie is linking your soul to somebody else's soul eternally until it's broken. So there are things called an ungodly soul ties. And these soul ties are created when you have maybe sexual interactions with somebody. Sometimes it could be a deeply emotional interaction with somebody. And it doesn't necessarily have to be sexual, but the emotional tie is so strong that you create sometimes an ungodly. This can happen in friendships, unhealthy friendships, where you have a friendship with somebody, you know they're not good for you, but you don't know how to get rid of them in a way, or you don't know how to move on away from them, and they have such a strong influence on you. But I just wanted to show you that even though we may have built godly soul ties, it is possible to break them. But it's important to know why it's important to break them. So I just want to share a few signs that identifies an ungodly soul tie. So this could be an ex-boyfriend, an ex-girlfriend, an ex-partner that you may have been with. Your relationship could have been toxic. They brought you misery. They were just not good for you. They were horrible to you, yet you still go back to them. This could have been a relationship that you may have been with the person for a very long time and you're attached to them. You might have even dated other people, yet you still go back to them. If they called you today, knowing their track record, you will still entertain their conversation. These are signs of an ungodly soul ties. This person has the ability to enter your life and exit your life anytime. That's an ungodly soul tie. And I just wanted to share that the spiritual magnitude of having a soul tie with somebody is so major that is vital, especially if you want to get married one day. Because the worst thing is for a man or a woman to get married and then this person that you haven't dealt with this ungodly soul tie with has the ability to come back into your life. Have you ever heard of the story where, oh, this person was married for 20 years, they went on Facebook, they saw a high school girlfriend, they started chatting to that person, they cheat on their partner with that high school girlfriend from 25 years ago. The root of it is ungodly soul ties. So I just want to now focus on a story that made me, hey, these spiritual things are so real. So let's get straight into it. Grab your tea, grab your biscuit, and let's get into it. So this was years ago. I was speaking to a guy. I had just learned about this soul tie stuff, and I was talking to him about it. And then he was just like, yeah, that's happened to me before. And I'm like, yeah, it's happened to anybody who's had any form of sexual interaction with anybody. So he was like, it's happened to me before. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was just like one time I was dating a girl, and after doing our stuff, I started to feel knots in my stomach. So I was just like, what? What do you mean knots in your stomach? He was like, no, like something tying in my stomach, that I was on the floor screaming, crying because I was in so much pain. So I'm like, okay, tell me more. So he was just like, I was on the floor screaming and in pain, and then the girl starts crying and she's like, I'm sorry. She starts crying, saying, I'm sorry. So he's like, what are you talking about? What are you sorry about? And then this young lady starts confessing to him about her intentions of being with him. So she was just like, well, your cousin assigned you to me. You were chosen as the sacrifice. I was just like, hey! See, when you watch Nollywood and you see the juju and you think, it's just a movie. These things are real. They're real. No, they're real. So she was like, yeah, you were signed because you were chosen by your cousin as her sacrifice. And the reason why I'm with you was because in order for you to be the sacrifice, there has to be an opening. So it could be some people providing somebody's hair, it could be anything. But this was, if I sleep with you, then we are linked. You can take what I have in me, you can have what I have, and I have what you have. We are linked if I sleep with you. So that's what we do. We sleep with people, so we're linked with them, and we have the right to take them. So you may be walking around physically thinking life is great, not knowing spiritually you're dead or you've been murdered spiritually. So she was just like, yeah, so the purpose of it was, in me being in a relationship with you, I sleep with you, that gives us access to you, then we're able to offer you as a sacrifice. And the only problem was I fell in love with you, and because I'm in love with you, I couldn't go through with it, and that's why me and your cousins are not friends anymore. Because the guy was just saying, in reality, the girl and the cousin, they used to be friends, and that's how they got to know each other. So he just took it as, because he's dating the friend, that's why the cousin's not like wanting to talk to her anymore or something like that. He didn't think that deep into it, not knowing all of this is happening in the background. So she's like, I fell in love with you, and because of that I didn't want to offer you anymore, so now we're having conflict. And hey, I was just like, huh? So you're there sleeping with witches, eh? So somebody, that's the thing about soul ties. When you sleep with somebody, you're not just sleeping with that person, you're sleeping with everybody they've slept with. So all the baggages that they've inherited, you are taking it onto yourself. It could be the spirit of depression, it could be anxiety, it could be suicidal thoughts, it could be anything. And you're just there like, oh, now I'm getting some, especially men thinking, oh, I just sleep around with women, not knowing you're just chipping away yourself, you're chipping away yourself, and you're taking things on that you shouldn't necessarily be inheriting. And like I heard this illustration about when you have like the dangers of like having multiple sexual partners. We are all like sellotape, and every person you stick yourself with is carpet. So every person you stick with carpet, you peel off. Stick with that person, you peel off. You stick with that person, you peel off. You stick with that person, you peel off. Eventually you lose any form of stickiness. And then when it comes to maybe you're at the age where you do want to commit, it's not possible for you, or you're not able to, because you've given so much of yourself away. And I just want to say that I just want to encourage everybody, there is a way of breaking these ungodly soul ties. One is to acknowledge that you have a soul tie, who you have the soul tie with. That's the first step. Some people don't even know, it's not that deep, we're just friends, or yeah, we just talk here and there. But it's important to identify, okay, this person I have an ungodly soul tie with, I need to break it. Step 2, you need to repent. So acknowledging that maybe you've gone wrong. Repenting means if you're going to Manchester, you turn around and go to Surrey. You turn away from your sin and don't look back at it. So it's like, God, forgive me of my sins. Forgive me of partaking in this immorality. Forgive me of being a part of this relationship. Forgive me, and I repent from my sin. 3, make a decision that you do not want any ungodly soul ties anymore. That your decision is, the next relationship I'm with, it has to be a godly relationship, a godly soul tie. Because not all soul ties are bad. It is possible to have a godly soul tie, and that tends to happen in marriage. If you're married to somebody, 2 becoming 1, you are building a godly soul tie, and that's all you're striving for. You do not want any distractions, you don't want any stop points. There's no hard shoulders on this road. I am either with nobody or I'm with my husband, and that's it, or my wife, and that's it. And I just want to say thank you. Do comment below how you're going about your journey. Did you have any ungodly soul ties? What did you do to break it? Any tips? Let's share it with this community. And I just want to say thank you for watching. God bless you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and press that notification button. God bless you.